make sure that this starting battery doesn't explode. So that's next. Pirate Mustache here. So I've gone ahead and gotten the switch and the automatic charging relay installed. So you'll have to forgive my lack of shirt. However, it is 98 degrees here and I'm working inside the cabin without power, so no fans for a large portion of it. But without any ado, let me show you what's going on here. So this is where my batteries are stored here. There's the battery bank, and down here, this rat's nest here, here's the switch. Here's the switch. Here's the automatic charging relay. It's currently, the status light is indicating that it has combined the batteries. So the way that this has worked is the house bank runs to one side, that's this battery here. And the starter bank runs to this battery here. Okay, they're connected to each side of this switch, so this switch has off, on, and combine. When you turn it on, both battery banks are energized, so the house bank gets turned on and the starter bank gets turned on. The automatic charging relay connects to the positive of both batteries and to the common negative. It senses the batteries and will combine them for charging purposes. That's why I don't need to mess with the switch. I get on the boat, I turn it on, and everything's okay. The clamps that you see currently on the house bank is a 12-volt socket adapter, which I have one solar panel. It's only a small solar panel. It's the one that was on the boat when I bought her. So, but it's currently out and in the sun, and as you can see, it is charging the house bank. And then this group of wires back here is the temperature sensor for the solar charge controller. I've run the two wires for the solar charge controller. I haven't hooked anything up yet. And then the shore charger cable comes and connects to each of these batteries. Now these are the batteries that came with the boat. They are both in horrible shape and will be getting replaced. But that's it. That replaces the 1970 vintage switches that are right there. That's what's left of the switches that I pulled out. They are 1-2 switches, and there was this funky flow chart about how to have them set if you were doing certain things on shore power, out sailing, stuff like that. So the way that this is now connected is the outboard runs directly to the starter battery, and the ACR will combine it with the house bank as it determines that there is needed charging. So that's the switch. Like I said, you'll have to forgive my topless nature and the extra padding on the Dread Pirate. Alright, so I've got the positive cable cut in already. it. Now I just have to program the kid. And that's it. Right now she's fine-tuning, but I'm absorbing 5 amps, 70 watts at 14.2. And she's dialing it back. Now we're down to 4.9 amps. It's not because the sun's getting any less, it's because the battery. So, cool. Alright, so it's been a couple hours since I've activated the solar charge controller, and let me give you the status on it. So the automatic charging relay has kept the batteries combined, and the solar charge controller just now has hit float stage, which means charging is complete. It's currently putting into the system 3.5 amps, 47 watts, and outputting 13.8 volts. 13.8 volts on the battery. The solar panels are inputting 38.5 volts. So what this means is that the solar array has fully charged the onboard batteries and is now just maintaining them. The 3.5 amps that you see is actually being output by the solar and being used currently on the boat for the fans, and I've got my stereo going and anything that's tied into the house bank right now. So I am completely independent. I can undo the shore power, and the solar array will keep the batteries charged. Hey, thanks for watching. As always, please subscribe, hit the bell notification if you want to know of new content, and may the winds always be at your back.